Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to my channel. This will be the third installment in my Practice With Me video series featuring the Resurrecting of the Moldau and using my Practice the Rainbow system for studying music and learning it deeper. And it's a different way of memorizing also. I was taught, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I was taught to use repair points and repetitions in order to study music and in order to memorize it for later performance. Because performing with music is fine and good, and so many of us do it anymore. And I think in a world that's rapidly moving and when you have to do a lot of stuff really fast, there isn't time for the centered practice that memorization requires. It requires you to be extremely focused and paying attention, which means the same thing as focused, but still. I found for myself, after years of using this concept that, I've got to play it 10 times perfectly by memory, and then I should be able to come back to it and it would be memorized. I found that not working. And my brain just stopped paying attention. So I found I was doing the best I could with what I had. And I was like, man, here's the system that I've been taught. It was supposed to work well. And it does for many people. But I'm not a list learner. I learn by patterns and pictures and by knowing the connectivity of things. And I found that taking, 2 bars and playing the right hand alone 10 times correctly, playing the left hand alone 10 times correctly, playing the 2 hands together 10 times correctly. I got stuck in these numbers and trying to remember, okay, I have 12 repair points and I need to remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I pull these numbers out and no. My brain one day said, no more. I won't do this. And I would put the time in and I would do the work and I'd come back to nothing. So that is when I came across the concept of mind mapping. And so I thought, man, if there was a way one could mind map their music. By the way, mind mapping is when you take a central idea and you put in a picture for that idea. You don't even put in a word. You could, but a picture works better. Pictures are worth 1,000 words for sure. Our brains remember pictures better. And then you basically take that picture and you put stems on that picture as to where the next circle of things interacting with it. Say, for instance, you pick your pictures of you, and then you'd have the things connected to you, your house, your job, your family, and then you would branch off of those and branch off of those and branch off of those. So I started exploring that concept, and I came up with this idea of using colors, which I've used colors before, colors to mark in your pedals, because you see the color red a lot more, like, ooh, I have a pedal to move. Or I used colors to mark the repair points so that they became more visually appealing. And so I started this concept of using these colors interspersed throughout the music to create a memory net of what's going on in the music, rather than a list of individual little portions that you have to learn and you memorize the list and you cross it off. I did visualize this as creating a net that catches all the little bits and pieces together in this big circular whole, because music is cyclical, not linear. And even though we practice it in a linear way, the way music's constructed tends to be cyclical. It starts at home, it goes away from home, it comes back home. So that's what inspired all of this. So if you have found other systems of not working with you, or if you've worked with doing lots of repetitive memory stuff, and you find it has just overwhelmed you, or it's not working, or you're dealing with repetitive use injury problems, this breaks that up. It's not that you're not going to put in the repetition. What we're doing here in these first videos is just marking in, just getting familiar with where everything's going. The next layer is to go deeper. And so I hope you'll keep on tuning into these videos. Please give me a thumbs up. Those likes mean something to us YouTube creators, and also comments are welcome, questions are welcome. I do offer private instruction. If anyone's interested in private instruction, you can just message me here on YouTube and I will get in touch with you. So I hope you enjoy this next session where I'm adding the color purple. And I will see you later in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so first, I believe I do some review. Yeah, if you slow down if it's not working and make it work. So far, so good. This review is going well. I mean, there's little rocky spots. Do have some out-of-tune strings there. I apologize. Okay, slow down. Every time you find yourself hitting more wrong notes than right, slow down, settle down, get it correct. That needs work. Flying through this review, yeah. Okay. This is when, in this process, I made a mark that needed to be divided out. Okay. Whoa. Till I get that third finger sounding in my right hand there. See? Focus. Focus. See, this allows you to focus on just small spots. Really relaxing to just have one spot to work on, and then the next spot. Okay, take time to enjoy that last chord. You should always it's okay to take these little bits of time in between things. It allows your brain to uptake the information. Every time you learn something, there's a little bit of a lag time before you put the learning on the conveyor belt and that learning actually, I'm adjusting the camera here, but that learning actually uptakes into your brain. So these little pauses that you make when you're going from place to place gives you a chance to integrate in some new information. Our brains need time to breathe too. Finding the purple. Here we go. Gonna start again. Putting in the purple. Still, yeah. Okay. Still not sure of how I really want to start this piece because sometimes I find that taking the first 3 notes in the left hand works better, and sometimes it's all in the right hand. Depends on my hands that day. Yeah, see, I took it nice and slow. I got the pedals right. I got the fingers right. That's worth 1,000 times through not playing it right. This is a tricky spot. You gotta have the right hand doing the correct thing at the right time, or you get totally run out of a hand. I would say that's an issue in this piece a lot. up against, this just doesn't look familiar. Like, what's going on here? What's different other than my harps that are tuned there? And then I'm remembering my teacher had me add a chord in the left hand. There, I'm remembering. It's not well marked in the part. See, now I'm remembering. I don't know why she did that. It's just something within, something passed down from teacher to student, teacher to student. It's one of those tradition things, I guess. Those two passages, the one that was the purple and then adding the purple in, are the same. Looking for things like that as you're doing this really helps with later on memorizing. It's going, oh man, this is the same as that other color, but in a different spot, in a different alignment. It's nice to hear you do something and actually be happy with it. I was happy with that at that point. Was it perfect? Probably not, but I was happy with it. I can say I'm not completely happy with my fourth finger articulation in that last passage. I will make note of that later. Don't think I close my fourth fingers like I want to. That one was good. The system is also very good for noticing where you're stemming. Because it allows you that stamina gets to be built up by adding in and taking out and then adding in again. And for something this large, it's really nice to, you know, not just have to plow through this big old thing and instead focus in. Confidence again. And now all of the purple is in and this practice session is done. I'll either go on to another piece of music or we'll instead stop practicing.